How do you communicate in an emergency? Well, there's 4 ways to communicate, and number 1 is your cell phone. Number 2 is a satellite communicator, and number 3 is a ham radio. Now this one's a handheld ham radio. Number 4, I don't have it here, but it's a satellite phone. So we all know that in an emergency situation, the first thing you're going to do if you have cell service, or on some of these new phones you have satellite service with text messaging, you're going to use this number 1 first and foremost and call 911 or message 911. So don't ever think emergency communication is these more fancy advices, because number 1, I'm going to start with my cell phone. Now number 2, there's things like satellite communicators, and this is a Garmin inReach Messenger Plus. It just hit the market about a month ago. This thing can communicate in Wi-Fi, cell service, and satellite service, but if you're in satellite service, you need a clear view of the sky. Now these satellite communicators are more rugged and they don't rely on cell service. So people in North Carolina right now, and other people along the coast with these hurricanes, I guarantee you they were wishing they had one of these satellite communicators, because a lot of cell service is down in those areas. Now something else that works great if cell service is down or something else is going on is a ham radio. Now this is a handheld ham radio, and it's great for maybe 2 miles of service. And ham radios, you can go up to portable stations and base stations, and depending on your system and your antenna, you can reach all the way around the world. There are thousands and probably millions of ham radio operators around the world, and that club is a big one, and they really do a lot to help train and educate people. But right now in the hurricane aftermath in North Carolina, there's a lot of ham radio operators that are helping people out. So don't forget these little devices, and they get bigger of course depending on how far you want to reach out. Well, the last thing is sat phones, and I don't have one, but those prices are really coming down, and I will have one soon. There's different reasons for satellite phones and for all of these devices, and I would just say make sure you do your research and understand which one is best for you. Now in my case, as we all do, I want a cell phone. I'm going to use that first. But number 2, I'm going to have one of my satellite communicators with me. And right now I am actually getting ready to take the test to become a ham radio operator. So I'm not ready to use this yet, but this is something that I really want with my gear. And again, the satellite phone, that makes up all 4. Now you might be saying, these are expensive. How am I going to afford it? Well, I found a way to help you afford it. And it's with today's partner, Mint Mobile. You can save a lot of money with Mint Mobile because they have some of the least expensive plans on the market. They also have access to the largest network of 5G towers here in the US. But you also get unlimited text and talk for as little as $15 a month. Now, this is just one of the ways I've found to save money so that I can buy all of these devices. So if you're looking for a way to save money, and it doesn't matter if it's getting a satellite communicator or a ham radio or something else, take a look at Mint Mobile, because they offer a lot of great plans. They're affordable and it'll help you save money. Well, check out the link below for Mint Mobile to see how much money you can save and everything they offer. The bottom line here is I want everybody to be able to be safe when they're outdoors, or there's an emergency situation, they're outside of cell service, or there's been a power outage. Maybe it's regional, maybe it's from a hurricane. It doesn't matter what it's from. What matters is if you can communicate with family and friends and emergency services when you need to. If you have any questions, comments, advice, I'd love to hear from you, because I don't know everything there is to know about emergency communication. I do know a lot about some of it, but I'm still learning. And I would love to hear your thoughts and comments. Well, thanks for joining me out here in Colorado. Watch for a lot more videos coming up. Now get out to the mountains and stay safe.